last week I had my 51st birthday, which in a large family such as mine is always a great joy because, normally our children visit and we have either lunch or dinner together. However, this year, day one of the Wollongong Regional Conference fell on my birthday. And so although my birthday is one of the few significant days of the year that I kind of look forward to, and although the regional conference was a great joy and time of encouragement, in terms of celebrating my birthday with my children and extended family, it sort of fizzled to nothing. Well, last week we finished chapter 4 of 1 Thessalonians with the Apostle Paul encouraging the Christians with the assurance that Jesus will return. Paul shared details of what Jesus' return would look like, but his main goal was really to strengthen the faith of the believers so that they would continue to stand firm in the face of affliction, so that they would continue to love each other, and so that they would continue to look forward to eternity because it will not disappoint them. It will not fizzle to nothing. Today, Paul flows out of his explanation about Jesus' return by reminding the believers that although we can be sure that Jesus will return, we don't know the day or the time when it will happen. Paul writes 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 1, about the times and seasons, brothers and sisters, you do not need anything to be written to you. For you yourselves know very well that the day of the Lord will come just like a thief in the night. I remember when I was a child that our home in Mount Druitt was broken into. We weren't home at the time, but we returned home to the window of my bedroom being forced open and a thief or thieves stealing some of our property. And Paul is right in that we weren't given notice that our house would be robbed. We weren't told prior to us leaving home that, it'd be great if you could be away for 4 hours. It was a surprise to us that a thief had come and stolen what we owned. Well, so too, Paul reminds the church that Jesus' return will be the same. We won't know when he will return. We won't be told in advance that tomorrow is the day. It will be a surprise to everyone except the Father, Son and Spirit. And yet what we saw last week in that is that when Jesus does return, we won't miss it. Jesus will return with, as we read in 1 Thessalonians 4 verse 16, a shout with the archangel's voice and with the trumpet of God. Okay, so Jesus will return and we will know when it happens, but we won't know prior to it happening. Now, why is this important? Well, it's important because while we wait for Jesus to return, society will, in general, feel a sense of security, a sense of safety and a sense of contentment, because even though they know they will die, there is a mentality that the world will continue on forever. But of course, that's not the reality. Paul writes 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 3, when they say peace and security, then sudden destruction will come upon them, like labour pains on a pregnant woman, and they will not escape. Paul knows that the reality for every single person is that when Jesus returns, that's it. That's the last day. Okay, the reason the Bible refers to the last day as the final day is because it's the final day. Now, in terms of a person putting their faith in Jesus, there is no next day for that to happen. And for the believer, that should spur us on to want to share Jesus with our friends and family who don't know him. But it should also help us to be confident in knowing that because we follow Jesus, we will be with him. We don't know the day or the time of Jesus' return, but we look forward to it happening. And so with that in mind, I want you to take a couple of minutes to pray and ask God to help you to look forward even more to Jesus' return.